Good afternoon, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the KW Command 66-Day Challenge 3.0. Today is day 30, and I've got another wildcard video coming out to you today with a new update that's happening in Designs. So one that I'm pretty excited about, and that is the ability to load, edit, and then resave PDF formatted files. So if you come to your Designs, you're going to click on the Designs applet. That's going to be here, the ninth one down on your left-hand side. Kind of looks like a drawing pad. We're going to come over to the right-hand side and we're going to hit this plus button. And don't worry if any of this is not familiar to you. We're going to do a full video series on Designs. And yet those of you that have already been working in Designs, this is something new for you to begin playing with and submitting feedback on. So we're going to choose Print and then Create Design. And then you now have the ability to choose My Designs. So this is also a new wrinkle with Designs. You can now see all of the print designs that you have previously created available for you to continue editing if you should choose. Previously, we could only see the template and whatever we had last saved in that template. Now we can see all of our designs. This is the new button that I'm excited about, the ability to import and edit PDFs. So first thing we're going to do is click on this box. It's going to go into my File Explorer here. I'm going to bring up a comparison test. This is something that we downloaded previously, I think, in one of our other videos, and I thought it'd be cool to kind of go through that and take a look at it. So you see, as soon as we hit that, it does a few things down here on the bottom right. You'll see a few updates. It's kind of loading it. It's really going to depend on how robust the PDF is, on how long it takes to load. So I've had that happen a couple of times. I've been playing with it here, and I've had some that have loaded very quickly and some that have taken a while. So this one has a red warning sign here. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to say something's missing. Your PDF is missing a specific measurement unit. Please update it by clicking in the PDF. So once I click in the PDF, it's going to say, hey, do you want to measure this PDF by pixels, inches, millimeters, or centimeters? And I'm going to go ahead and use pixels right now. It's probably the smallest measure, and so I can get real granular should I be changing something very fine-tuned or very small. So I'll click on Continue. Now let's click on the orange now. We've noticed that there are masks and or gradients to the original PDF, so they will get rasterized by the editor as they are currently not supported. So it basically means that the PDF is going to show up pretty similar to what it looked like, but there may be a few things that don't show up 100% the way that you thought it would. So I'm going to double click on the document here. Now, traditionally, PDFs are a document that once we get, we can't really make any edits to. And yet now we have the ability to edit this PDF. And again, this was an offer test that we did a couple of days back. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and zoom in. Down here on the bottom right, I can click on this arrow, and it allows me to zoom in so I can see a little bit more of what I'm looking at. And now you'll see I have the ability to literally click on each one of these pieces of information. Maybe I put something in, I forgot to say that they were pre-approved. So maybe I need to drop a text box here, or maybe I mistyped something, strong offer because it gets us closed before 2020. Well, maybe they changed the closing date. So obviously I could recreate this offer sheet in Command, but this is just one example. This is one that I was testing, and you can see when I put in the summary, it wrapped beyond the page length on the right-hand side. So let's see if we can fix that. The first thing I'm going to do is click on this box. So you can see it's going to give me the box all the way to the right. And it's one box with this entire line. I'd like this to be two separate text boxes. So the first thing I'm going to do is double click my mouse so that I get this icon that looks kind of like an eye, if you will, with the brackets on top and bottom. And that's kind of the universal icon for entering or editing text. So if you can see down here on the very left-hand side, there's a blinking cursor. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in on that a little bit more for you guys. And here is our cursor right here. So we're going to double click. And what I want to do is I want to get rid of strong offer gets us closed, right? I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to click on this box when I get the cross, and I want this text box to start right here. Okay, however, the far end is off the screen. I can't even see it over here. So I'm going to click on it again, and I'm going to drag it to the left until I can see the edge of it. right? And I'm going to pull it in. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. I'm going to drag it in. And you can see as I do, it's starting to wrap down to the next line. Now I can pull the whole box over, and I'm going to line it up on the left. I'm going to line it up on the right. Now I'm going to line it up on the left. I'm going to get rid of that S in there. So now it says, definitely think we should consider it, and yet the cash offer gets us closed. I'd like this to be centered, so I can actually click on the box. I can come up here to the top, and I can choose center on the alignment. So now that looks great. It fits perfectly in that box, okay? Now I want to recreate the box that was here. So here's a text box. I'm going to double click on this box, and I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it. And if you scroll down, you'll see here's that text box that I pasted. I'm just going to move that one up, and I'm going to drop it in the spot that the other one was. Oops, let me undo that. That was moving our background. And let's click on this text box. That's the one we were moving. And we're going to drop it right here. We're going to stretch it left or right to make sure that it, whoops, let's get that left to right. There we go. And that fits perfectly in that line. And honestly, I can't remember exactly what we said on here, but now I can just type in this box and I can say strong offer, definitely should be considered, right? And so now, if I go back, let me zoom out just a touch. I did have a box that didn't look very good because it was wrapping around the side. Why is it not letting me zoom? There we go. Now I'm just zoom out that way. All right, so now I can see that this text fits here very easily. Let's actually center that because that's the alignment that we have everything else on. And now I have this box fitting in here. Bottom line is I've been able to come into a PDF document and make changes. I can do some other things in here. Maybe I want to put my Market Center branding on this, right? So that made it really big. Let's undo that. And let's just click there. Now you can see here's my Market Center branding. I could shrink that down just a little bit. And maybe I'll put that, let's say, down here at the bottom right of it. Maybe I want my company logo to be on this. So let's add the company logo. Here that is. And I can click on it and I can drag it up to the top. Now, obviously that's going to cover some of the text that's showing up. So here's another cool tool. I could click on this. I could come up here to the opacity and I can make it less opaque. So basically it kind of hides in the background, but you can still see my logo, right? So there we have it. I've gone in, I have changed a PDF, I've updated it, I've moved some of the text boxes. You have all of the same tools that you have within Designs in this document. So you have the ability to add drawing, shapes, frames, and text. You have the ability to do images, text, icons, logos. You could bring in information about your listings. I mean, all the same thing. So if you're new to Designs, don't stress. We'll have an entire video series on how to add all of this. We'll really dive deep into creating all of the different assets and elements that we can create. And yet this kind of wildcard video was more for people who are already familiar with Designs, but weren't quite aware that you can now go in and edit a PDF document. So once it's done being edited, I can come click on download. I can now click on Get PDF. I always like high resolution quality prints. This is already one page, and I could click on Start Download. And now I have re-downloaded this file, and now I could send this one off to my clients if I like this one, the way this one looked a little bit better. So that's basically your ability to go through. It took a little bit of time here, but now you can see here's that new PDF, and let's see what it looks like. So there's the new PDF that we just created using a former PDF, right? And we can go in and let's see, I can show you what the old one looked like, and then we can just compare the two. Oops, open File Explorer a couple too many times there. So let's get in, and here was the old one. Let me find that. Sorry, I didn't realize I had so many documents in here. Here's the old one, right? Kind of boring and plain. And then here's the new one that we just created. All right, so that's our ability to come into KW Command, That's getting into the designs. We chose a print asset, and then we chose to upload and edit a PDF. So hopefully you guys will find value in that. I mean, I could go all day on all of the different things that we could utilize this tool for, but obviously you don't want to hear that. So you guys go play, have fun, learn how to edit PDFs, and any feedback that you have, please, because I want this tool to continue to be developed, please submit it back to support@kw.com. Click on the question mark on the top of command so that you can chat with support as well if you prefer to do that. That's it for today, guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. And as always, I will look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. Thanks so much.